These are ice claws. This tool allows us to climb uphill on slick ice and still continue to move forwards rather than slipping down the mountain. This is a great analogy for obstacles in life that keep us from doing the things that we dream of. And I've experienced this firsthand myself when I tore my MCL and I still had to wrestle at the World Team Trials to make the national team. In fact, I barely won by 1 point and went through excruciating pain. Lo and behold, I healed, and now I'm here sitting in the Olympic Training Center. One of the other overcomers that I just love to look up to is Helen Keller. She was blind, deaf, and dumb, so she couldn't hear, speak, or see. And one of her amazing quotes was, "Although the world is full of suffering, it is also full of ways of overcoming it." So much like these ice claws, we use it as a tool to go up a mountain. Likewise, we use positivity to get through the hardest of our trials. And I think positivity is a really important factor in pursuing our dreams, especially when there's so many things getting in the way. So basically, through a couple of examples, I wanted to explain to you how having a positive mindset is more powerful and into propelling you over these obstacles in the midst of crisis to pursue the things that you really want to do. So, the first off, I have met this guy named Keith Gable, and he is a snowboarder who won a medal at the Sochi Olympic Games, and he's about to go to Korea this March to snowboard for another Olympic cycle. And this guy, what's really cool about him is he became medalist after the fact that he lost his leg in an industrial accident where machines, somehow whatever happened, how he got caught inside of it, and it pinched off his left leg under 2,000 pounds pressure. Now, having bled out, he pretty much died for 2 minutes, and doctors had to shock him through electricity to revive him, and he's alive today. So he could look at his life as very unfortunate and just sandbag through, and it's just not him. That's not who he is, and he wouldn't let this injury define him. So he looked at it as an opportunity to become something great, and he used it to become one of the best snowboarders in the world. Another example from John F. Kennedy is how the Chinese have a symbol for crisis that actually has 2 parts. One character is representing danger, and the other character represents opportunity. So the Chinese look at a crisis, an emergency, as an opportunity to come together and work through it rather than running from fear. So this is a highly efficient way to get important things done without having the chaos of panic and nothing getting done. Another example is one of my favorite books is called The Alchemist, and this quote that I'd like to share with you it goes like this: "The fear of suffering is worse than the suffering itself. No heart has ever suffered when it goes in search of its dreams." And with that, if the dream is valuable to you, you will be able to withstand these trials that are in the way of accomplishing your dreams. So that's how you can tell if it's worth it or not to you. Now, if it is, then the pain and the suffering is just going to make it that much sweeter when you get to the end. And I find it to be so much more incentivizing. It's so much more of an incentive to look at the end result and pursue that, just to start with the end in mind. And we do this with the powers of positivity. It makes it so much more easy. So what I'd like to encourage you guys to all do is to look at trials in another light, to reframe your mind from thinking of an issue, a trial, a challenge in a bad light and turn it into something good as a way to make you stronger and the fact that you're that much closer to your goals. And with that, overall, I'd like to explain, for every obstacle we meet, we are with a positive attitude, it will help us overcome things, and it'll get you that much closer to reaching your goals. Thank you.